Hello FPL managers, welcome back to another episode of FPL Buds. I am your host Mr. Goat, back with another video for Game Week 16. This week I will be reviewing my Game Week 15 team. Then I will be discussing some players to watch for the upcoming game week. I will also be discussing the captaincy choices and my team selection for the upcoming Game Week 16. So without wasting any further time, let's get right into it. Let's start this episode by talking about players to watch. So I will be looking at a list of players to keep an eye on. They could be players already in your teams who need to be removed. They could be players who are looking promising and a buy option. First on my watch list, I have Chelsea's young attacker Cole Palmer. Palmer has been in great form with 3 returns in his last 5 league games. Chelsea had a disastrous game in midweek against Manchester United, but Palmer had a decent game and managed to score a lovely goal and earn 8 points with 1 bonus to his name. Moving forward, Palmer plays Everton, Sheffield United, Wolves, Crystal Palace and Luton Town in the next 5 fixtures. This could bring a lot of points for Palmer, and he is a must-have in your teams if you still don't have him. He is also Chelsea's penalty taker and is the most creative player on the team. Now let's look at my second pick. It is Manchester City's Phil Foden. Foden is a great option for people looking for a differential pick to replace injured Bryan Mbeumo. Foden plays Luton and Crystal Palace in the next 2 game weeks. Manchester City have struggled to win in the last 4 games, as they have 3 draws and 1 loss in that period. However, as history suggests, Guardiola's men tend to bounce back with a high-scoring win after a loss. The game against Luton Town in the weekend could just be the right game for them. However, there is one thing to keep in mind before bringing in Phil Foden. He blanks in Game Week 18. So if you can manage to bench him in that week, he has a great fixture in the next 2 weeks, as well as he plays Everton and Sheffield United in Game Week 19 and 20. The third player on my watch list is Wolves midfielder Hwang Hee-chan. He has been in great form, and he comes in at a cut price of 5.7 million. Hee-chan has returned in 3 of his last 5 games with 2 goals and an assist during that period. He plays Nottingham Forest next, which is a great fixture for him. In fact, Wolves have scored in all games except Game Week 1 this season, so the goals will come for Hwang Hee-chan. He could be a great replacement for an injured Bryan Mbeumo, as you can save around 1.4 million with this transfer, and you can use that money to bolster your squad in other areas. Another player on my watch list is Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo. He has been a staple in many managers' teams for this great run of fixtures, and rightly so, as he has returned in 2 game weeks in a row. However, this game is not as straightforward, as Mbeumo has an injury in his ankle, and will likely be out for a couple of weeks at least. So, considering the blanks in Game Week 18, selling Mbeumo will be a popular transfer by managers. My first choice as his replacement would be Chelsea's Cole Palmer. Then I would go for Newcastle United's Anthony Gordon, as he is fit to start the midweek game against Everton. Finally, if you are feeling really brave as a manager, going for Aston Villa's Leon Bailey is also a great option, as he has been in scintillating form in recent weeks. The only negative to Leon Bailey's purchase would be his minutes, as he faces competition from Moussa Diaby in the same position. Now onto some fun, exciting picks. Let's talk about Leon Bailey's recent form. In midweek, he single-handedly destroyed the best team in the world, that is Manchester City. As I mentioned earlier, he could be an exciting replacement for an injured Mbeumo, as Aston Villa, in current form, look fixture-proof. If you can digest the risk of him possibly getting benched for Arsenal in the weekend, going for him could be a great risk to take. Sometimes in this game, catching players while they're on a hot streak is what it's all about. As many managers will be a little hesitant to go there, you could take the risk and enjoy the differential reward. Overall, definitely something to think about. Finally, let's look at the player who cost 5.1 million and is owned by almost 23% of managers. I am talking about Crystal Palace centre-back Joachim Andersen. Andersen has blanked in 4 of his last 5 fixtures, and now has a tough run of fixtures ahead as he faces Liverpool, Manchester City and Chelsea in his next 5 games. Andersen is an easy sell for me. You can get an Arsenal, Chelsea or a Newcastle defender for similar to lower prices. Now it's time to review my game week performance. After a great game week 14, it was a disappointing game week for me, as my keeper Areola was injured and did not play. Everyone in my defence got a total of 1 point each. In my midfield, Saka got an assist with a total of 5 points. Son blanked versus West Ham. Salah got 6 points, as I had captained him this week. Palmer was my highest scorer with a goal and some bonus points. He got me 8 points. Gordon blanked versus Everton. Both my forwards failed to make an impact. On my bench, surprisingly, with a clean sheet for Everton, Branthwaite got me a clean sheet. Now let's focus on my team selection for game week 16. So for my goalkeeper position, I decided to bring in Dubravka from Newcastle United this week. However, I have decided to start Areola this week because he has a better fixture than Dubravka. And if he gets benched, Dubravka will automatically replace him. Other than that, I have another free transfer, which I may or may not use depending on the injury news I get about Newcastle United's centre back Jamal Lascelles. If Lascelles is out for a couple of weeks, I will be looking to move him forward and bring on another defender if I feel that there is a good opportunity this week. I may also just save a transfer for game week 17. I have Reece James and Gabriel alongside Lascelles. Other than that, I have the same midfield of Saka, Son, Palmer, Gordon and Salah. In my forward option, I have Watkins and Haaland. For my captaincy choice this week, I have decided to keep it simple and put the armband on Erling Haaland as he faces Luton Town, who are not a very good defensive side. On my bench, I have Dubravka, Branthwaite, Archer and Guehi. Overall, my team is looking in decent shape for game week 16. And that's a wrap for today's FPL Buds episode, folks. Remember, FPL is a blend of strategies, insight and trusting your instinct. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe channel for more FPL contents, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Cheers and good luck to you all.